We are two dietitians who went head to head in an epic challenge to see who could consume the most unique plant species in just 1 week. The inspiration for this challenge was the American Gut Project study. The challenge was intense, and we pushed ourselves to the limit, consuming as many different plant species as possible. It's Leila versus Rubina, registered dietitian versus registered dietitian, in a battle of will, perseverance, and creativity. Stay tuned to see who emerges victorious.
Hi everyone, I'm Rubina.
And I'm Leila.
Welcome back to our channel, Nutrition Unpacked. We had the ultimate battle of the plants.
Day one of this plant challenge, ready to take Leila down.
Honestly, I love competition. I went to the grocery store probably like 4 times this week, just picking up random stuff.
I had to go to the grocery store like basically every single day because I was like, okay, I don't have a plan for today. I'm not gonna have anything to add to my list today.
So it's 6:15 in the morning. I'm gonna hit up a 24-hour Rabas and see what I can find. I think I'm probably gonna be some other fruits that I haven't had this week yet.
That's definitely how I felt as well. It was very interesting to like have more different plants in my rotation. Maybe something that I would only have like in the summer, I had now.
Papaya, to be honest, I'm not even sure why I picked this up. I'm not even a huge papaya fan, but for some reason it looks really good. Hey? I don't know. This papaya, it tastes very different than what I remember, but it's good. It's good. I haven't had kiwis in, I don't even know. I feel like I'm hesitant to say years because that seems unlikely, but it's been a really long time since I've had kiwi.
I was a little frustrated by how many meals I had to make. And like every time I like re-ate something, I'm like, darn it.
Okay, I'm a big advocate for batch prepping your food. I think it's like one of the most effective ways to make sure you can get nutrient-dense foods regularly, especially if you work full-time and have other responsibilities in your life. The one downside about batch prepping is that obviously, you're inherently kind of stuck eating a lot of the same foods for multiple days in a row. That's putting a little bit of a damper on my plant game this week.
We're a Costco household, so getting large amounts of like a few things. I'm all about that. The number of times I had to do like a 6 a.m. run to the grocery store and get like 1 pear, 1 apple, 1 plum, 1 peach, and then like every single one of them has to go into a little bag, and like you never get the damn bag. Honestly, that was the hardest part of my week.
Opening all
the bags. So I know you said that you're very competitive. Were you like strategizing, or what was your approach?
So I've decided on doing a smoothie for breakfast, and I'm thinking that like I could probably get a solid 10 different plants in my smoothie if I try hard enough. So what's going to be in there? Banana, strawberry, mango, pineapple, pumpkin seeds, raspberries, beets, apples, spinach, and avocado with ginger, cinnamon, turmeric, and nutmeg. Boom. That's just in one meal. So
I did have a strategy for sure. I was really trying to think of how can I get the most amount of plants in a single meal.
I am making a stir fry tonight, and so I've picked a lot of different veggies, ones that maybe I wouldn't eat as often, so I can like kind of check them off the list. In this stir fry we have snap peas, onions, carrots, bok choy, more pepper, which I already ate pepper today, so it doesn't really count.
So like I didn't want to have to eat like too much. So smoothies, major key. Soup, major key.
I was more going towards like bowls and stuff.
So I'm about to cook up some ground chicken, my latest obsession since doing paleo. Typically, I will put onions and garlic and tomato in there, but for the sake of getting my plant count up, I'm gonna be this time adding some black beans, corn, and peas as well. My lunch today was a hodgepodge of a salad. I had so many random things in there, and I managed to get my number up to 61.75. I'm feeling very, very good about that. Now, again, my mind is like, ooh, if I'm at 61.75 already, that means I need to go for 70, right? Oh, I wish you guys were watching this in real time so that you could actually give me some tips.
But to be honest, like because I'm like a batch prepper, like I'm not making meals every single day. I was, I think, more focused on like adding things up through my snacks.
You guys, this is where we're at. I'm not a huge olive fan, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you're trying to take down Leila. You guys wanna place some bets on whether I'm gonna be able to open up this jar? Let's see. Oh, wow, that was really easy. Go me. I mean, really, the hard part will be stomaching this. Ugh, the spell just hit me. Honestly, I like a lot of pickled, sour type things. I don't know what it is about olives. Cheers.
So like a lot of different fruits, variety of nuts.
Okay, I got a shout out to my husband. He's really helping me out. He went to Costco yesterday and picked up this giant jug of mixed nuts.
Also, one thing that I noticed that was really helpful is, you know, they have like the blends of things. So when they have like the blends all mixed together, that's really helpful.
I actually bought this for the first time while I was doing the paleo diet, and I actually really liked it. It's very tasty. So in here, I'm getting cabbage, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, 5 different plants, and none of them I haven't had any of these yet.
You also got this beautiful box of spring mix. And there's actually an impressive diversity of different types of leaves here.
There's like smoothie blends that have like 5 different things in there.
I got an oatmeal thing that has like already, because like I didn't want to buy like a packet of hemp hearts and a packet of chia seeds, like all of that, because I'm never going to end up getting through it. So I got like those packets that have all of those things in there.
Oh, clever. I did go to Bulk Barn.
Day 1 was off to a really great start. Day 2 is a little bit harder because I feel like I've eaten like most of the plants that exist. And also like I don't want to waste food. So my plan is I'm gonna go to Bulk Barn, which is like a bulk food store right now, and just pick like as many different like seeds and nuts as I can, and then try and get to that 10 plants that I'm trying to get to for today. So wish me luck.
And I did like a little, some of this, some of this, some of this, because there's one right by my work.
We still have over 24 hours left to go, and we haven't divulged. We were initially going to share our halfway mark count, and we didn't do that because it was going to stress me out, and I didn't want to do it. So I backed out. So we have no idea where the other person's at.
Yeah.
I know you're so competitive. That was the only thing keeping me going. I'm like, she's so competitive.
Okay, so it's the morning of day 3. So I just did my tally for day 1 and 2, and I've hit the 30 plants already. I'm at 30.75 to be exact. I think that I'm gonna be able to hit 50 plants without it being an issue. But now, you know how my brain works is now that I'm like comfortable that I'm gonna hit 50, now I'm like, maybe I should go for 60. Is that crazy? I don't know, like a part of me is like, yeah, I'm doing well. Like I don't need to stress about this anymore. But I know that Leila is super competitive. I think it's probably in my best interest to not take my foot off the gas right now.
No, I'm glad we did make it a competition. Otherwise, it would be a very boring set of videos. This whole competition was sparked off of the American Gut Project study that found that people who had more than 30 plants per day had better gut microbiome than those people who had less than 10 plants per day. We often think about the actual quantity of plants we're having, and I think that has been the highlight of a lot of the public health messaging that's out there is, you know, half your plate vegetables, but we don't spend so much time on terms of the number of individual plants that we're getting. It's really interesting to look at the science behind, okay, how could having a greater diversity of plants in your diet influence your gut health?
So now just a quick, like, I guess, digestion 101. Typically what happens is, you know, we eat food. The food that we eat has a whole bunch of different types of compounds. Our digestive system has all of these different enzymes that are there to break down different compounds, and then your body can absorb those compounds and be able to use it in your body. However, our bodies don't necessarily have enzymes to break down all the compounds that we end up consuming. So things like fibers, polyphenols, and other phytochemicals, a lot of them can end up reaching the end of your digestive tract undigested, and it ends up where, you know, all of the microorganisms are hanging out, and they love that.
These microorganisms get to kind of feast on everything that your body wasn't able to absorb.
Miss.
Miss ma'am. Thank you. I'm sorry, but that's it. Good work.
Good job.
Okay. So all these microorganisms that are living in your gut get to feast on all these leftovers that you weren't able to absorb. And I think it's pretty interesting because for a long time, the narrative around health was like, oh, you eat these foods and they have beneficial nutrients and that's how they help you. But now we're learning more and more that's actually the things that you're not eating that have just as an important role in your health. They get in there, they eat the fibers, they eat these polyphenols that are remaining, and they produce different byproducts. So these are things like short chain fatty acids, which we've talked about a little bit, and how those can be very much health promoting.
So now the production of these metabolites can actually change the composition of your gut microbiome. We see that there's an increase in beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, and we see a reduction in harmful bacteria like E. coli and staphylococcus.
Yeah, that's good. Good pronunciation.
I try to make it sound natural.
Staphylococcus.
On top of that, we actually also see generally overall that there's an increase in the diversity of the gut microbiome. The reason for that is because different bacteria actually like to eat different types of those compounds that end up at the end of your digestive tract. So different types of plants, of course, as you can imagine, have different compositions. So this is where the idea of having a variety of plants, not just, the absolute like grams of plants in total, but actually the variety of unique species can also play into how diverse your gut microbiome actually is.
So we talk about fiber as kind of one thing, or polyphenols as one thing, when in reality, they are two different groups of thousands and thousands of chemicals and have different structures. There might be one type of microorganism that's really good at breaking down this thing and really likes to eat this type of thing, and so if there's lots of that around, it will be happy, it will populate, and there might be another group of microorganisms that like to eat something else. Having this greater amount of diversity can be really beneficial for our health. It can reduce things like the risk of diabetes, reduce overall inflammation, which has been linked to many different chronic diseases like diabetes, make our gastrointestinal system a little bit more robust. We're even linking the gut microbiome to things like mental health, depression, and anxiety, which is crazy that what's happening in here is affecting what's up here.
So now I think as a general concept, the idea of a lot of diversity of plants in your diet, we can kind of, I think, conceptualize how that could be health promoting. But where is this number 30 coming from? Is that like a tried and tested number where like you absolutely need to be aiming for that every single week? That's a little murky. The study ultimately compared people that had less than 10 versus over 30, but is 50 better than 30? Is 60 better than 30? I mean,
Is 25 okay?
Exactly. I don't think we necessarily have enough robust evidence to really gauge that. And ultimately, I mean, it's possible, and we were kind of chatting about this before, like people that were having less than 10, I mean, I think our experience was that it would actually be kind of difficult to be under 10. So perhaps, maybe if you are hitting under 10 per week, could that just be a comment on overall diet quality more so than anything else?
I feel like that's likely the case because less than 10 plants per week actually seems hard to do. But, that being said, we do have a mechanism there for how having greater diversity of plants in your diet would lead to a greater diversity of gut microorganisms. So there's definitely a mechanism there, but that number 30 isn't quite concrete, and there's definitely a lot more research that needs to be done in this space.
Okay, so this is actually day 6, so we technically do have a whole other day to get through. We're gonna do a FaceTime call tomorrow night and reveal our respective numbers to each other.
I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervous. I really don't want to lose.
I'm so nervous.
I really don't want to lose.
What does the winner get? And if you say bragging rights?
No. Okay, let's think something. Okay, what does the winner get? What about a plant?
Like a plant.
Yeah.
Like non-edible plant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the winter plant.
I don't want a plant though.
Okay.
We can go take the other out for coffee or something.
Okay, I like that. Tomorrow it's on. See you on FaceTime.
It is time to see who has won our competition to see who has eaten the most plants in 1 week.
If I lose with this number, I should still be proud.
I feel the same.
I didn't have a marker, so I hope you can actually read it.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can you see my number?
Yeah, I see it. I thought you were eating over 100, so I was like, I'm gonna eat it.
Oh, I thought that you might be over. That's why I asked you if you're in the triple digits. So when you said no, I was like, oh, okay.
When you asked that, I was like, she's in the triple digits.
Oh, no. I just wanted to gauge where you were. Okay, you gotta take a bow.
Woo! Woohoo! I won.
Oh, I'm taking you out for coffee.
Okay.
Let us know if you guys are surprised by who won this challenge.
I don't know if I'd be offended by that.
All of our subscribers being like, I thought Rubina was gonna lose. She's really giving loser vibes with her plan.
She's giving me low quality microbiota vibes. I've struggled the last few times, so you can go.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know down in the comments if you would be willing to try this 30 plant challenge. Hit the subscription bell so you never miss one of our videos, and follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok. Rubina's laughing because I forgot something.
Subscription bell. That's not a thing. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.